For the next few Sundays, we are inviting elders of the church to come forward and to talk about their own sense of stewardship in their lives and their experience of giving and their call to give. And this morning we have Lauren Poore, who is one of our elders, and her husband is Craig Poore, and her son is Thomas Poore, who are over here. And I want to invite Lauren forward.
Thank you. Good morning. I was asked to speak today, and I just want to offer some of us some encouragement today about giving. Every year about this time, you receive a pledge card and maybe fill it out about the same as you did last year. And there are countless opportunities to hear about all of the wonderful things and causes and people that this church supports so generously, and so many lives that have been changed by your gifts. But today I wanted to encourage you to consider something a little bit different. One day after Thomas got out of school, I picked him up, and on our way home we like to pass through different construction sites and demolition sites because someone enjoys seeing things get demoed. So we were at the old police station watching that get demolished, which is downtown. So we pulled up along the fence, and he's watching the construction site, and off on the other side of the street, a homeless man started to approach who looked like he had better days. He had no shoes, no shirt, just wearing pants, and looked quite disheveled. He sat down on the sidewalk almost straight across from our car, which was a little bit unnerving because he looked a little unsettled. So I'm watching Thomas enjoy the construction site and watching this man to see what he was doing. After a few minutes, he was finished watching the demo, and we decided to make our way home. I had one blessing bag in my car, which has water and snacks in it. Decided in a leap of faith that I would do a U-turn and see if the man wanted to have a blessing bag. Around the time I was turning around, the man started ranting, looking up at the sky, and looking a little bit wild. And I rolled down the window on the passenger side, the side closer to Thomas, and the man was looking up and raising his fist, and I yelled through the car, and I said, "Sir, sir," and I finally got his attention, and I held the bag out, and I said, "Food, do you want some food?" And at first he wasn't sure, so I kept holding the bag out. I said, "There's food, come and get some food." So he started approaching the car, and his fist was balled up so tight, all of his knuckles were white. Then he put his fist in his other hand as he's walking towards my car with my precious 5-year-old in the back seat. And I'm sort of wondering, maybe this wasn't such an awesome idea. And he approaches the car, and I just keep holding my bag out saying, "It's food. Do you want food? I'm not here to fight, just food." And when he approaches the car, he had a very wild look in his eyes, just a crazed look. He approached the car, his demeanor changed. He reached in and he grabbed the bag of food. I hastily rolled up the window. Thomas noted that the man was not wearing a shirt. We indeed could see his belly button. And we started to drive away. As soon as we did, I looked in the rearview mirror, and the man was holding the bag up above his head as if it were manna from heaven. It no doubt changed his life, at least for that moment. And as I made the corner, I could see that he was putting his shirt on, and he looked more calm, more at peace, at least for that moment. And I share that story with you as I did the session a couple months ago to tell you that in the face of danger and uncertainty, I chose for the sake of Christ, if even just for a nanosecond, to be brave. Maybe crazy, but brave. I chose just for a second to make Christ look great in front of my son, under his watchful eyes. And I'm not unique. All of you have stories like that. that step of faith, maybe a leap or jump where God stretched you and expanded your heart. I have a feeling that Rebecca Johnson, our CEO of Park Lake Blessing Bag Division, has grown in her faith through her giving. And Alice Schmidt, wherever she is, when she gives so generously of her time and talent to tutor kids who are otherwise not able to keep up in school. Our faith grows when we choose to be brave and to have faith. The result that day was a man's life that was improved, even for the short term, and a ray of hope in the midst of the valley or abyss he was in. And in that in itself gives me great joy to see that. And there are lots of ways that we can tell you all the things that your money has done through Park Lake to change other people's lives. But I also believe that it gives God great joy to see the change that occurs in my heart when I give, and hopefully my sons as well, that expansion of faith. You see, I believe that the Lord calls us to give, not just for the sake of others, to change their lives, but I would encourage you that He also wants to change your life too. So when you pray about supporting your church this coming year, yes, please consider all of those who will benefit. But also remember that God of the universe is on the edge of His seat, waiting for you to be brave. Take Him by the hand, be generous, and in the face of uncertainty and fear, be brave, because the heart He cares about changing the most is yours. Thank you.